So in general, if we were to look at vulnerabilities that SIRT has to address, control systems, vulnerabilities in what is exposed that might be hit by an attacker. Control systems, I'm thinking in terms of utilities, your power plants, your chemical plants, systems that control the flow of any valuable resource. Insofar as those are not necessarily online, but at least on networks which are connected to other networks, they can be compromised, and therefore you can really disrupt an industry. Intelligence data. Governments as well as private companies and so on have proprietary information, or information which should not be given out to a competitor or someone who can use it maliciously. Personal data. Our banks all have our full information, national ID numbers, bank balances, credit card information, and so on. So those networks, those systems are potentially vulnerable. Networks of personal computers. I don't want to say a PC, because your PC, while it can be attacked and you will get viruses and so on, 99.999% of the time, no attacker cares about your PC. They really don't. They do care about networks of personal computers. They do care about being able to, in a particular region, have Trojans or bots operating on 200, 300, 400 computers, which they can activate at any point in time to give them access to other networks. So in that sense, the spreading of Trojans and worms across connected computers is of interest. And generally, there is just a matter of or productivity can be affected, not only in terms of responding to threats, but also in terms of preventing threats and keeping ahead of the curve, responding to new and more sophisticated threats. There are threats which now involve multiple steps. Go to entity A and do this, go to entity B and do this, go to entity C and do this, and then set up some coordination of how they relate to each other to produce the effect that you want. Symantec actually has an interesting exploit which they discussed in a recent blog. I'll get a link a little later, which involves some US defense contractors, in which an attacker was able to get access to one contractor's press releases page and another attacker's email system or email addresses, and basically sent emails to the second companies, second contractors, employees, talking about a press release that's on the first company's page, in which you go there, it's actually a page which has JavaScript in there, which redirects them somewhere else and gets on the PC. Now, was vulnerable in terms of getting access to the news page and also the email addresses, but you see now there's no a sense of coordination, a sense of bringing together various pieces to have one company do something related to another company that they might trust. So, okay, Caribbean context. I just wanted to highlight a few things which link to the vulnerabilities might be of interest in the Caribbean region. This is not exhaustive. It's just because a country's name is there doesn't mean that's the only thing that's going on or that's the only place it is. But we know we have the energy industry, huge income earner in Trinidad, Bahamas, Cayman, huge financial industries, Antigua, always pressing ahead on the forefront of various technology initiatives. Jamaica, well, not the same. There's a lot of money coming in Jamaica, but not necessarily because of productivity or so, but the whole remittance market is a huge foreign exchange earner, basically, for Jamaica and for Haiti, which millions and millions of dollars come in every month. Tourism is across most of the Caribbean.